Alright, what's good with y'all? It's Pratik. I'm bringing this new series to the channel where I'm going to be reacting to your college applications. So like 2 videos ago, in my video description, I put a little notice out saying that if you wanted me to review your college application fully for free, you could DM or email it to me and I'd do it in an upcoming video. Nobody reads the video description, but I still got a bunch of college applications from you guys that we're going to take a look at in this video. This is the first episode of the series, but just keep it real with me in the comments. If you want to see more of these or you don't want to see more of these, just let me know and we'll adapt it in future videos. Alright, let's get into it. Our first subscriber is my boy Ethan, alright? Hey Pratik, my name is Ethan and I'm a rising high school senior in the Washington, D.C. metro area. Sorry for the somewhat quick lady subject line, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, whatever. Stats. SAT 1600 first try. Hey, first try. GPA 97 out of 100. Unweighted. Yo. I'm gonna keep it real, off rip, bro, you getting in, bro. Off rip, you getting in. Like, this is what I imagine the average Preaching Priest subscriber like has as their stats. 1600 SAT, 97 overall GPA, APs, 6 taken, all 5s, 5 more senior year. Yeah, bro. I ain't even seen your resume yet, bro. You getting in, bro. You getting in. What I care about, pride in my culture, community is a big part of my identity. Okay, so you're Ethiopian. I plan on going into law someday. Okay, you trying to be a lawyer and stuff. Yeah, that's valid, And then you attached a very messy resume. Okay, let's get into it. Let's see what you have to say. So we got okay, we got a list of honors and stuff. Like just like skimming this real quick. So we have some West Point leadership, 2 second place, 2 of 43 writers, $2,000 scholarship. Another big one here, right? This is an essay placed in the top 10%. I mean, that's okay. And then we got another $1,000 scholarship, work experience, law internship. Yeah, bro. Hey, dude, this is valid. Like, we got an internship here that you're committed to. I'm guessing this is grade 12, right? So you're doing this internship right now. And then volunteering 1 hour per week. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I know you watch my videos. Yeah. This is good. This is really good start. We got a bunch of other activities going on here. We got some, what is this? Activities, ran like an initiative where you implemented it in Ethiopia, okay. And then co-founder here. Overall, resume is a banger. Like, if you actually want to aim for Ivy League schools with this resume and you're like going into that year, right? Because I'm guessing you're like a rising senior. This is valid. You can definitely aim for the top with what you have. But I will say, bro, if I have to give like a word of advice, you have like a couple core activities that you really get into. But then once we get to the end of your resume, you're just listing stuff out. You should not have like 15 activities just like lying around. Notice how for all of these things, you were really passionate about them, right? So you give me like a bunch of different points about like what you're doing in the clubs. Bro, you ain't say even one thing about National Honor Society. You did it for 1 year. You're probably not that like involved or committed. You only have space for 10 activities on your college application. You might as well make them count. Like, there's no need to put things like Year of Hope Committee. Like, you don't have to put that on your college application. So if you have one thing to do, it's to narrow down all of the low activities that you don't really care about that aren't gonna help your college application. Take them off your college application completely. Don't apply with them. Don't even get involved in them next year. You don't need them. All right, next up, we're switching over to Instagram DMs. I got my boy Maher. Hello Pratik, so sorry for the random DM, but I watch your videos on Preaching P and they are very helpful. I have a problem with really what major I should apply to. I wanted to do computer science, but yeah, it's competitive, and then said data science, but then some schools don't even have that as an option on the Common App, and statistics won't work because I got a 4 on my AP stats. My only 4. I really don't know what to do. Please help. I'll send my stats down below. Bro, what are you saying? Like, okay, so you got a 4 on your AP stats exam. So you don't want to apply as a stats major to colleges? First of all, colleges don't even care that much about AP exam scores. Second of all, you have the option to just not send your AP score. You ever think about that one? Bro really sent me a link to Reddit. I normally never click on links, but like, I'm mad curious. We gotta figure out what this is. Ain't no way. This is a chance me Reddit. Okay, should I apply as CS to T20 schools considering my extracurriculars? Computer science, if not, what else? 1550 SAT, 4.0 GPA with a 4.7 weighted, and valedictorian. Nah, bro, you weird. Like, you actually weird. You really hit me up talking about CS is competitive. I don't know if I can apply. And this is what you're rocking, bro? Nah, okay, crazy AP courses. And then we just got awards. Oh my god, bro. Okay, Nah, bro, I ain't even gonna cap, something wrong with you. Like, you shouldn't have even sent this to me. First of all, you're going into senior year. I'll be real, bro. Let's keep it real. I'm like your older brother here. You're probably 17. You're about to be 18. You're a grown-ass man coming in my DMs talking about, yo, Pratik, I got a 4 on my AP test. I only got a 4. Dude, who cares, bro? You have all of this stuff going for you, and your mind is focused on this one thing. I'll be real, bro. With your application, the issue is not your grades or your test scores or your activities. The issue is you, bro. You are the reason that you're holding yourself back from getting to the next level, to applying to these schools. I think intrinsically, there's a chance that you're doing this just to get some kind of validation. Like, you're on Reddit, bro, putting this resume public for everyone, trying to get like comments from other people. Like, I'm not even gonna read this stuff. But bro, you need to lock in. Like, at this point, you have what it takes to get to the top. You just need to follow through. Bro, apply for CS. You don't have some bum resume. You could actually get into top schools for the major that you want. Just go for it. I don't want to waste any more time on this guy, but I also want to start rating the drip you guys have. Let's do a little inspection. Okay, okay, so we got the crisp suit with the green screen background here. Okay, the comb over, the glasses. Yeah, you know what, bro? I think you're working with like a 6 out of 10 right now, bro. I would have given you higher, but just because of this, just because of what's going on with this situation, I'm gonna give you like a 6, bro. Before we get into the next one, what I want to do in future videos is reward you guys for actually putting in the work. So for my next video, my next episode in this series, whoever sends me the best college application, I will give you $50. No questions asked. Best college application gets $50. And I also want like a spectrum of people to apply. So even if you don't have a good application, send it in, because whoever sends me like the worst application, like whoever needs the help, I will give you a free consulting call. No strings attached. Whatever like $50 platform you want to get it on, PayPal, Venmo, Amazon gift card, I actually got you, okay? Send them to me as like an Instagram DM. That's just the best way to do it. Link any component you want, your resume, your college essays, anything that you want, and I'll review it in my next video. Alright, we got Grace. Hi Pratik, I am an Indian student looking forward to study in USA. My name is Grace, and would you be kind enough to read my essay and give a review? Okay, so I'm not gonna put y'all essays on like full blast for everyone. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like unblur this, and I'm gonna put maybe like a paragraph or two in a Google document, and then we'll just read the first 2 paragraphs and see what we can glean from it. Amidst the ethereal mists of the unknown, I found myself standing in the presence of the enigmatic traveler, a figure veiled in mystery and wisdom. As we embarked on our conversation, I felt an inexplicable connection, as if he could perceive the very depths of my soul. With a touch of trepidation, I confided in the traveler about the monumental decision that weighed heavily on my heart. The choice betwixt... Yo, I ain't even finishing this sentence. Not even, bro, not even between. It could have just been on my heart, the choice between, nah, betwixt. Okay, this is the problem that some of you guys have with writing college essays. The point of the college essay is not to flex. You have to get that into your head. You might know all these phenomenal vocabulary words. Your admissions officer does not care. It's meant to be an engaging story. Now, the one good thing you got going for you with this essay is the fact that, like, while reading it, I kind of want to know a little bit more about what's going on. It does sound like a pseudo-intellectual essay. I haven't read anywhere deeper to know if it's actually going somewhere. But you have the engagement. The voice, however, like coming from you, it does not sound like a student that I would want to have in my school. Imagine your homie trying to talk to you like this, and she's just talking about like, oh, you know, I made this choice betwixt. Bro, no, bruh, no. Talk the way you would talk to your friends. It's meant to be your voice. How my compassionate nature had led me to excel in caring for others, and my empathy had always been my guiding light. Yet I couldn't deny the relentless pull of computer science, a realm ingrained in my very being. In the midst of the twilight's embrace, nah, we not writing like this. This is not the way to do it. Moving on. Hey Pratik, I am Jeet, an Indian not in India. I am a current high school senior at Indian school Sohar, Oman, in the Middle East. Bro, I know where Oman is, bro, relax. I will be applying to colleges in USA starting in about 12 days. Oh, my bad, bro, my bad. I am almost done with my application preparation. While I have made significant progress in preparing my application, I'm reaching out to seek your assistance and valuable feedback. Okay, bro, okay, I got you. I've compiled all my application materials. Yeah, we can go over this. Let's start with your resume real quick. Okay, so we got my boy Jeet. I'm gonna rate his drip too. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Jeet, you look kind of like me when I was in high school, like with the comb over the glasses. Bro, I'm gonna give you a 7, bro. The resume, look, you got a lot of stuff in here. Let's try to reorganize this to make it look a little bit cleaner. What I want you guys to do is go online, look up Harvard's like business resume template, and just copy their guide, copy the exact formatting, the way that they organize it. There is so much information here to try to unpack, and I can guarantee that a lot of it isn't even important. Like right now we have the experiences. A lot of the experiences are good to put down. But how much of these details do we actually need? We go on to like the competitions tab that we got going on here. Notice how there's a competitions, and then there's like also an academic honors and awards. But you also list out awards here. Can we try to consolidate that into one section to save some space, to increase the font size? If you put this resume on your college application, you can't expect an admissions officer to actually want to take the time to read it if you don't make it engaging for them to read. Anyways though, bro has fantastic grades. I see some amazing like awards in here. He has like high level national awards, as well as like a good range of extracurriculars as well to keep him competitive. Same goes for bro's college essay. I'm not gonna put him on blast. Let me move it to another document. Beyond Borders. Navigating cultures and conquering challenges. I'm gonna keep in mind, like, and you guys should keep in mind as well, this is an international student. So as an international student, the rules of like what you should be talking about and the way to structure your application, they slightly change. So just keep that in mind as we read this, right? On January 7th, 2023 at 7:45 a.m., I found myself sitting on the balcony of Al Manar Grand Hotel in Dubai. Caught between nervous excitement and anticipation, with a sense of purpose, I logged into the Yale Young Global Scholars application portal and clicked on View Application Status. Bro, I don't even like where this is going. The journey to this moment had been filled with dedication and hard work, as YYGS had been my dream summer program. It's not the biggest detail in the world, but you do realize this is a personal statement. So you're submitting this to all of these different colleges. Yale might be pretty happy to see this. Other colleges, it's not gonna hurt you. I don't think any college is gonna be like, nah, he applied to this Yale program, so we're not gonna accept him. But it's just another award. Like, you're just flexing something in your essay. And let's see if it's actually relevant though. Anyways, as the loading page loaded, my heart skipped a beat, and to my joyous surprise, virtual confetti burst across the screen. That moment was a celebration not only of my determination during that intense month of prep, but also a reflection of the journey that had shaped me from the very beginning. As an expatriate navigating between diverse cultures, bidding farewell to my home in Manadvar, Gujarat, marked the start of a transformative journey. The transition to Saudi Arabia brought about an algorithmic overhaul in my life. From a small town kid with big dreams, I found myself immersed in a new world with a Bollywood playlist. Okay, I see where this is going. Alright, the body of the essay is fine, especially the context matters a lot as an international student. If you're moving from, say, India to someplace like you probably live in Oman and you're moving to like Dubai and stuff like that, that's cool. Go ahead and talk about that in your essay. I didn't include the rest of it, but like I'm sure that's what you go on to say. That stuff is all good. I like your description. Talk about your personal growth. The main issue that we have here is your introductory paragraph. We have two big issues. Number one, unlike the essay that we were just reading, bro, it's not interesting. Like, I'm not really hooked on to the essay. At max, I'm giving the opening like a 4 out of 10, just because it's written decently, okay? Second issue we're running into is that it has no actual implication or like connection to the rest of the essay. The whole point of this paragraph is to be used as a hook, but it's completely unsuccessful in that regard. And then the actual content is just some random topic. Bro, I'll bet my whole life savings that you don't come back to this with some kind of circular logic later. It has no connection to the themes brought up in the essay. You need to rewrite this opening paragraph, bro. If you actually want to be competitive for these schools, go ahead and rewrite it. Try to bring some kind of creativity into it. Try to mix some kind of idea seed. Like right now, this Yale Young Global Scholars competition, that's your idea seed, but it doesn't connect to the actual moving. Like, you're just saying something here that it showed your determination. Bro, it doesn't matter. You're already telling them you won this award later in your application. Colleges can infer that it took determination to get there if it's competitive enough. You don't need to be outright saying it in a personal statement like this. Overall though, for my boy Jeet, he actually has like stuff going for him in his resume. Bro, you can get into good schools. Like, I have faith that you can get into like a T20 school. You just need to work on that personal statement a little bit and it'll take you a long ways. Hi, my name is Vihan and I'm a rising sophomore in high school. I noticed in your most recent video, the description, and would appreciate it a lot if you took a look at my resume and offer some feedback. Okay, what else do you gotta say, bro? Since you're a sophomore, you're planning a lot into the future. Okay, yeah, I got you. Planned college app, demographics, male, middle class, Asian. You don't gotta tell me this, bro. I see your name is Vehan. I get it, bro. I get it. You go to public school, hooks, none. Again, bro, like, come on, bro. Appreciate my time too. Like, I'm a human. You don't gotta include this many details. Matter of fact, bro, the resume just keeps going, bro.
A few inches later.
Oh my god, bro. Dude, I ain't trying to read all this. Intended major in neuroscience. Okay, yeah, you on the pre-med track, valid. Unweighted GPA 4.0, you got that good start. Class rank, you don't have. SAT. Oh yeah, you a sophomore too. Yeah, okay, so you young. You're still getting into it. For PSAT, we'll take junior year. You could also do what I did. Definitely take PSAT in junior year, like do it for national merit. But also, if you have the opportunity, take it in 10th grade as well. You can just not send in the score to colleges. Like, it really doesn't matter what you get. But the main reason you want to take it at least once before is because you can get a good feel for what it's like to be in the test taking center. You'll feel like a little bit of nervousness. You'll know what the procedure is for the paperwork, what it's like to fill out the exam, working on cramped desks under the time constraints. You'll get a lot of different perspective that you wouldn't get if you've never taken an SAT before. So you definitely want to try to take the PSAT once before you end up taking your real SAT, just so you're familiar with the entire process. I'm gonna skip over the freshman year course load. Like, bro, you got the APs, like I'm sure you got that taken care of. Extracurriculars, this is interesting. So first we got publication of scientific research on remedy to recurrent isolated sleep paralysis. 9th to 12th grade is crazy, bro, because you still in 9th. Like, you still got time to decide on these things. 45 weeks, 6 hours a week. Okay, we got a big commitment. Research to manufacturing combined. Nah, bro, there's no way you just dumping this on me, bro.
Come on, man.
So a journal and enter into local science fair to progress into ISEF. And Regeneron Science Talent Search. Okay, so if the goal is to get the ISEF, the goal is to get the ISEF, bro. Make that your goal, grind for science fair, go ahead and do that. Regeneron STS is, dude, this is only for seniors. Like, I appreciate you planning ahead, but you don't have to think about it that deep then. Start with the ISEF for now, get yourself grounded in science fair, and then compete in harder competitions. Just an abstract draft I've written. Bro, I ain't finna read your abstract. Okay, like, when you sent this over to me, right, I noticed that a lot of you guys lack a lot of, like, common sense. That seems to be the biggest issue here. You sent me your abstract, bro. What do you think is gonna happen? Like, best case scenario for you, I read your abstract. What do you think I'm gonna do? Like, learn the research, come up with an idea, and tell you how to progress your research, bro? Like, yeah, bro, the abstract look good. Like, this looks professional. You chillin', bro. Abstract is your abstract. Keep that to you. Damn, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm going in, like, a little deep on my homie Vehan here, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm being harsh on you. But the thing is, I'm doing that because you have a good application. What I'm noticing so far here from, like, your extracurriculars and the amount you're planning is that you are, like, a real fan of my channel, and you are, like, in some ways the blueprint for what a high schooler should be doing. The majority of people who watch college application videos, like, as my audience, should be being cognizant of this, but for, like, other people, we're talking like the NPC creators, people just watch the videos and they don't have any action or implementation. You need to be planning ahead like this. You should have some kind of blueprint just like my boy Vehan is doing here for your high school, so that you have a plan on how you're gonna build a good quality application. You can't just sit around and expect the Ivy League application to just build itself. You need a plan like this. So my boy is on a good path here. It's just that some things are a little OD. So the next activity is co-founder and communications director of tutoring. Okay, this is one more thing. So bro, since you're in 9th grade, right? When it comes to having like a nonprofit organization, bro, don't do tutoring. Like, trust me on this one, do not do tutoring. I hope to God that you didn't like already file a 501c3 organization around it, because you probably would have had to pay up like $1,000 or $2,000. Even if you did, just take the name of whatever organization you have for tutoring, find a different problem, like an actual initiative in your area, something that really matters is personal to you, and do a nonprofit around that. I'm telling you, like, even if you read the resumes of people we've already seen so far in this video, everyone does tutoring. Like, there's no originality to it. Even if you decide that you want to do tutoring, my biggest advice is just to not position it as tutoring. Find like a small local community that's very niche, that you have like a problem in them, that you see a problem in them that you can help, and then go on to work with them. Right now, like, what are you doing, bro? You're doing tutoring services for like math, science, history, for just 12th to 2nd to 12th graders. Like, this is just a regular college application with a regular tutoring experience. I know you're putting in work, bro. We got like 48 weeks per year, 4 hours per week is what I assume this is. Bro, like, make sure that if you're putting in the grind, do it to something that's a little bit unique, because this has the potential, in combination with the research you're doing, to actually be like a spike for your college application. Don't fumble the bag just because you're doing tutoring. There's some other activities in here as well. You're in some other clubs, doing some like publications and things like that. Okay, and I see some volunteering in here too. All right, that looks dope. That looks dope. Common App essay. Unplanned as of right now because I'm a sophomore, but thinking about writing of my journey from stepping out of my comfort zone and branching out into joining a Scrabble club. Brother, in middle school, due to playing Scrabble ever since I was 4 and eventually paving the path to being selected as one of 5's top Scrabble people in a... Brother. Look, man, little homie, you like 15, bro. You got time to write your college essay. I'm gonna tell you right now, you've probably never even driven a car at your age. You've never gone out much. You haven't experienced a lot of things that will really help you grow as a person with your character, your beliefs, and morals. When it comes to your idea for your Common App essay, give it a little bit of time, bro. At least at a minimum, give it 1 year, bro. Wait until next summer, and then you can start brainstorming some ideas. But realistically, the closer to like when you actually should be writing your college essays in 11th grade that you come up with the idea, the better it is. Because you have a lot of growth that's gonna come over these next couple of months and years. You wanna allow that change to just naturally happen. And I'm telling you right now, once you get a little older, you're gonna look back at this idea and be like, nah, I have some way better experiences that I can talk about. I don't have to mention Scrabble in my essay in order to make it like novel and unique. I like that you're thinking about it ahead of time, that's great, but give yourself some time to kind of grow and mature before you actually decide on an idea. You have time, bro. You're a freshman in high school. And then the last thing is just outrageous, bro. College list. Okay, I don't even blame you, bro, because if I have to like put my money out there, this is like the college list I assume like your parents kind of like pushed you to come up with, since we just got like what, UC schools and then a bunch of T20s and Ivy Leagues, and all of them are focused on neuroscience. Neuroscience is dope, bro. Don't get me wrong, neuroscience is cool. But you are also like, I don't keep meaning to beat the dead horse here, but you're 15, bro. You have time to explore other interests. If you want to do pre-med and go into biology or chemistry or any other like biochemistry mixed field, those are all options for you too. You don't have to orient around like a particular Princeton dream school neuroscience program, but you got time. Also, yo, don't be like an NPC when it comes to this, dude. Like, you don't, like, I'm not a big fan of Johns Hopkins. I'm not the biggest fan of UC schools. Only thing about UC schools is that you're in California, which is why it's okay for you to like apply to them. It makes sense as a safety, kind of, not really, but kind of. Yo, take some time, bro. Mix in some other schools in here, bro. There's plenty of other good T20 schools, liberal arts schools, BSMD programs that'll equip you to become a good quality doctor in the future, bro. Give yourself some time here. You're already applying to Brown. Why not shoot your shot with Pliny program and Warren Alpert Medical School? Like, you have the options. Just give yourself a little bit of time to think about them. Overall, bro, like, I like your resume. I'm not even gonna lie. If this was like a future video, you might get the $50 just because you're taking the time to actually plan everything out as a freshman. Like, I'm very, very impressed by that. Like, bro, you deserve the $50. Okay, this next email I got was low-key kind of wild, bro. Review my essay. Not even yo, Pratik, I watched your videos. No. Review my essay. Bro, I swear to God, bro, if you came up to me in person and said, hey, review my essay, throughout my life, I have been driven by a deep passion for computer science, a determination to excel in sports, and a genuine desire to make a positive impact on my community through volunteering. These diverse experiences have shaped my character, instilled valuable life skills, and reinforced my commitment to embrace challenges. As I embark on my journey to pursue higher education, I'm excited to share the vibrant mosaic of my interests and contributions that make me a unique and well-rounded individual. Yo, if you guys have ever thought about using ChatGPT and like AI to write your college essay, this is the shit that it's gonna give you, bro. Dude, this essay it's just not good. And it's for some of the reasons we talked about before. Number one, this is probably the worst introductory paragraph we've read so far. Like, outside of the Betwixt essay, bro, like, this is just dead. Like, it's just straight up dead. There's nothing new here. Dude, have you even watched a video on my YouTube channel? I have a video with over 20,000 views explaining my college application essay, my full Common App essay. And you ain't even watched 5 minutes of it. You probably didn't even read it, bro. Why is there no hook, nothing engaging? Why are you trying to talk about your passion for computer science? Bro, colleges know these things already. You have a whole activities list to explain what you want to do. You have a whole place to talk about the major that you want to do, an additional information section to give other awards or things that you've done, projects CS related. This is not the place to talk about it, bro. Ever since I laid hands on a computer as a child, I've been captivated by the limitless possibilities of technology. Bro, we don't live in the 90s, bro. You could give a kid an iPad and bro's gonna be engrossed in the technology. You're not special for this. The intricacies of coding and problem solving have always intrigued me. I said, yeah, bro, nah, bro. Nah, bro, you need the consulting session, bro. You need the consulting session. This essay is whack, bro. You cannot be submitting this to top schools and expecting that they actually take you seriously. This essay is like the type of essay where if an admissions officer reads the first 2 sentences, they're not reading the rest of it. There's no point. You might as well just delete all of this and just submit 1 sentence because they're not reading past that. Alright, this one's probably gonna be my last resume review for the video. We have Sanvi reaching out. Hi, I'm in grade 10 currently. Would love it if you could let me know what extracurriculars I should build upon from here. I'm aiming for Ivy Leagues and T20. Yeah, of course, makes sense. I made a very rough resume for an internship, so I removed the about me. Say, okay, let's check it out. So what we have here, okay, class of 2026, you a youngin for sure. International school. Oh yeah, you know that makes sense. You an international student. Let's keep that in mind. So far, oh CBSE. I think you. So you from India, right? Okay, I know CBSE. 94. Okay, solid. Activities and achievements. So we have Scholar of the Year, Enthusiastic Munner. Student council member. This is like the Olympiad organization stuff. More mun. This is like a French test, I believe. Okay, so you took these exams. World's largest global climate clock assembly. Debate. And then we have some internship stuff. Okay, I see. You know what? I'm gonna be a little light on you because you're still a freshman in high school. You have time to develop. A lot of you guys have resumes that look like this. Like you're still trying to figure it out. Let's just start with the basics, okay? First of all, off rip. I see like 7 different internship opportunities here. I know for a fact that you're a little confused on what an internship means because you can't have done all of this as a freshman. Like each of these is 3 months, bro. Time-wise, it wouldn't even work out. And you're probably not even getting paid for it. What you want to do is you want to do some kind of like legitimate internship that's either like some kind of research where you're getting some kind of paper out of it so that I know as like a reader that it's legit, or you're doing some kind of work that involves like some project for like a nonprofit or like a business or something like that. Some kind of real working internship. Maybe you're getting paid. That would be really nice. That really goes to show the extent of what you're doing. What I feel is with some of these, like let's just read it, right? So it's like serendipity, like a marketing volunteer. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like a lot of these are like volunteering based. Editorial volunteer, some more volunteering here, a nonprofit organization, and you're like working with this, received best volunteer. Yeah, these are volunteering. Decide that they're going to be volunteering and organize them as volunteering. Instead of considering them an internship and doing them for like short periods of time, focus them as being volunteering and try to do them for more extended lengths. Do it like more repeatedly. Like maybe you go in once a week, once every other week, and you're working on the volunteering. Then for the internships, block out like a summer and commit to it. Do like 20, 30, 40 hours a week for like 12 weeks. And then you have a good internship project and maybe even like an advisor that you can get a rec letter from. On top of that, yo, like let's go to the bottom here. Like skills, you just listed off like 5 skills. The bar doesn't mean anything. Other interests. Okay, 4th year certified dancer, guitar and music, tennis, public speaking, reading, writing. Like these are the most random activities. Your next 3 activities might as well have been eating, breathing, sleeping, and shitting because they're so irrelevant. You don't need to do this. Just like I talked about in the beginning of the video, go get that Harvard guide, rework your resume. That should be fully intentional. Like every word that you put on here should actually be meaningful. Bro, yeah, obviously you read and write every day. No employer's looking at this like, oh my god, you read and write? That's crazy. We have to hire you for that. Let me cool it down a little bit. So just going back to some of your other activities. Here's the deal. When it comes to things like MUN and stuff, I don't know what career path you're interested in. And the thing that's a little confusing to me is that what we have is like science Olympiad stuff over here. And then we have like MUN over here. Now, if you have 2 different interests, okay, you're still learning, you're a freshman in high school, I feel you. I really do feel you there. But when it comes to long term, you want to start to think about how you're going to develop your spike. History and science are about as different as you can get from each other. You need to start discussing what direction you're actually, do you want to go. You can commit down to Olympiad and like really go on to win awards, and you're doing great in MUN as well. But just think about it, what direction do you really want to take this? I'm never super impressed by MUN, but if you're going to do like United Nations at the highest level, then cool. Like you might as well go ahead and do that, get your leadership positions, you're already like doing your that part of it, so you're building onto it. Just make sure you push it to that next level. You don't want to have a resume that looks like you're doing a bunch of things, but at a really, really low level. Last thing here is just coming back to like your grades and stuff. 94 is good, but just note that like as you keep going in high school, I'm not like an expert on like the Indian education system and stuff, but do try to aim for like percentages. I like 95 and above is always like phenomenal, and things are gonna get harder, so do spend like more time just making sure you focus on your grades, as well as like get some kind of SAT or ACT score. As an international student, those things are important. Like they really show US colleges where you are relative to US students, because it's a standardized exam. Everyone takes the same test. Overall though, I think you have good prospects. You're still a freshman. You have time in order to build that Ivy League application. I'm optimistic, okay? If you guys want to get included in a future video like this, DM me on Instagram, or if you have like a bunch of links, you can email me too. Like I will respond to emails as well. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Pratik. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.